Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Movie Hoppers. And today, and by today I mean yesterday, me and Ayana here, we saw Hamilton on Disney Plus.
Yay.
Now, before we get into the meat potatoes of this, and before I provide the background for the episode, would you say that somebody who has either seen the play or seen bootlegs, or obviously it's better than a bootleg, but has seen, heard the music, do you think this is a competent enough conversion?
I guess so. Because if you already like it, then you're going to want more of it, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's what this is for, really.
Yeah.
That's the best audience for this. People who already are into it.
Yeah, if you are into Hamilton, there is no doubt that you're going to like this, because it's a straight conversion of the stage play. I only have two gripes with the conversion. One, they censored some
Did they
F-bombs.
really?
They censored motherfuckers.
But, like,
that was real obvious.
Is that not what
I think
originally was?
I was reading on Reddit, so, take it for a grain of salt, but apparently, they did actually say, like, fucking stuff, and people like, I wonder if they're gonna have that in the movie because it's Disney. So I think they probably actually said motherfuckers, but I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think that would make sense anyway to bleep out. Also, one other thing is I kind of wish it was shot in anamorphic widescreen. I get that.
Goodbye. Have fun by yourself.
Well, this was probably shot for like a DVD. They didn't know how big this was gonna be, so that's why. But it's like the black bars on the top and bottom, like rectangle.
Right.
Because the stage is actually like a rectangle.
Right.
So it makes sense for it to be an anamorphic. But I think that would be more immersive. But you take what you can get. Anyway. So if you like Hamilton, you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you did not hear, this is just the stage play. So we were actually gonna release this episode yesterday. We like, because
we did an oopsie.
This is a pretty big release, so we want to get a jump. But we got off topic.
We ended up having about a 30-minute argument about, I don't even know how to describe
Stage play
versus movies, which was not about Hamilton whatsoever. So we're redoing it.
And it wasn't like a fun thing like with My Spy. This was just not good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now we're gonna not do that.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Hamilton, the movie, the play?
I expected to enjoy it because I love musicals, obviously. And I like, Broadway stuff. I liked it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was definitely way too long, and there was like a bunch of bullshit in it that I didn't care about and didn't want to see, and some of the songs I was not a fan of. But I'm not mad that I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, my expectations are kind of more complicated to pin down, because when I first heard about this movie in 8th grade, I thought it sounded stupid, so I didn't buy into the hype right away. So when I heard this was coming out, I was like, well, I have no expectations, but I'm also kind of willing to be blown away by it.
Right.
Like, so that's what I came in with. And I'm not a big fan. The music is catchy. It's fine. It's not my thing in particular, but I can tell that it's like objectively not bad. But I think the concept and the writing is just kind of what, it's just not that good.
It's too fast, and it's hard to actually like catch and comprehend everything that they say.
Yeah.
Like, you can follow, obviously, but I don't know, it's hard to get like a very like a comprehensive understanding of every single thing that goes on.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. This movie kind of kills its pacing a couple times. The king, like, that's funny and all, but like that character was a completely unnecessary.
I know, and you know what? He deserved better because he's a great singer.
Well, every time the king is on screen, just the whole story just stops.
Yeah.
For such a like, that's fine to have a comic relief character, but this movie is going like so quickly.
Yeah.
Like you get like whiplash from that. Just one scene where nothing happens at all.
Yeah.
And it happens a few times. You know, it's kind of like hard to get back in because it's like, you know, then it stops and
right
again. It's kind of annoying. I mean, it was funny, but it was just completely just not, just kind of destroyed the pacing.
Yeah.
I feel like, going back to the whole concept thing, a musical is not the way to convey this story. I think some of my more general pacing problems has to do with the fact that it's a musical. It's too fast, but also like the time it spends on each thing, they could have conveyed much more information if it wasn't a musical. Like, they do convey a good amount. Like, I feel like it's just like each scene feels like a skit.
Yeah.
Right. But like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting off topic, but yeah, it's just, music just was not the way to do this.
And like everything is a song.
Yeah.
There's no point where we're like gonna take a second and actually try and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And like an act. Is that what all like Broadway plays are like? I don't know. I haven't seen a lot.
I don't know. Pretty Woman wasn't like that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Like, they don't ever take a minute to stop singing.
Yeah. I get there's an appeal in that, and that might be why it's so veered. But when it comes down to the story, it kind of shoots itself in the foot. Like, this could work with like a simplistic story, like something with a very clear, you know, through line, everything just all laid out. But this doesn't really even have a set plot,
right?
Besides just Alexander Hamilton's life, and this is just the exact opposite.
It's not a very interesting concept, you know. It's history.
Yeah, I mean, I've found it kind of interesting, but I feel like just dipping my toes in
the whole thing could be explained in 5 minutes, though.
Yeah, yeah. That's how fast it is, and that's how little the music actually says.
Yeah.
The music doesn't really take the story along too well. I mean, it's fine. I guess it does it confidently, but it just doesn't say enough.
Right.
Like, yeah, this is all songs. I mean, there are some, I guess, talking parts, but even that's just like, it rhymes. I guess that's technically a rap or something. This,
my favorite songs were any of them with the women singing because I like their voices the best. I don't love the main guy, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Hamilton, his voice very much, but he was okay.
Yeah, I like the George Washington guy.
Oh yeah, the guy, in the Heights guy. I liked his voice.
Yeah, he was cool. The one of the sisters though, the black one, for some reason, like, her face, like it seemed like she was like she was like over exaggerating. Yeah. Like she was trying to cheese it like so hard when that was not her character, and that was just completely unnecessary. I was like, why are you cheesing it?
Also, they had the third sister in the song, and I was like, oh, like the way that they presented her in the song, I guess it kind of fits, but also doesn't, because it's like, oh, she's just thrown in the background and she's not really here. But I thought that would lead to her being like a bigger part of the story or something, which, I mean, whatever. It's fine, but like, I don't know why even include her really then. Yeah,
this film play, whatever, just wants to do what it wants to do. There is no rhyme or reason. It just does it because it can, and that's shown especially in the one scene where Hamilton tells Black Thomas Jefferson that he has slaves. Is that not supposed to be funny? Okay, like I was at that point, I was suspending disbelief, right? Like, I get that these people, they're all white, whatever, fucking who cares? But that just it all comes crashing down in that line, and it just fucking ruins the rest of the movie in that regard. Like, I can't. But why did they have that? Like, why just get rid of that line? That that people are gonna find that funny. Like, why would you break the fourth wall that hard in the Hamilton play.
I don't know.
I guess Thomas Jefferson's character did break the fourth wall a bit, though, in his entrance.
Did he?
He, like, tried to hype up the audience.
Ah. There's a lot of that, honestly. Just, like, little stuff.
Yeah. I think this is probably...
Why was it all Thomas... Because then the sisters, actually, they were like, I hope Thomas Jefferson includes the women in the sequel or whatever about, like, all men are created equal.
Yeah.
Why is it all Thomas Jefferson related?
I don't know. Hamilton's best, worst friend, I guess. But, yeah, I was gonna say something shit.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You're allowed to talk. Fuck. There's so much in this movie. I can't really fucking... Once you lose what you're thinking about, it's just gone. You have to, like, put a bookmark in it.
There's a lot of stuff that it's just, like, they were just filling time.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's, like, it's so... I don't know. There was a lot of times where I was wondering, like, it was not this dramatic. Like, you know, that's what I'm thinking about half the time. Because, like, it's history and obviously, like, shit happened. But, like, this is a dramatization of it. So then I'm thinking, like, the whole time, like, well, you know,
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Suspending my disbelief is kind of hard about something that actually happened.
Well, I think that's, like, okay. But my problem is that there is... This... movie makes everything that happens in this movie, every scene, is treated with as much significance as every other scene.
Yeah, everything is the most important thing.
Yeah, everything is just basically a flat line. There is nothing that happens. There is no significance to anything. And I guess maybe that was by design because, they're like, the guy's never satisfied.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Oh, yeah. I like Thomas Jefferson, that actor.
I like how they reused
cool.
the people, like, the actors, like, they played, like, more than one character.
They did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, the In the Heights guy, he played his son and also one of his friends.
Oh.
The guy who played Thomas Jefferson also the French guy?
I feel like I've seen that guy before, but I don't know.
Yeah, like, actors, like, they played multiple parts. And the Peggy, that sister, she was the mistress.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
I thought that was cool.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I guess it worked well because I didn't notice. The part where the 9-year-old is played by
I know.
not a 9-year-old. That was an interesting choice, but I don't think it was a very good one.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that. I guess we'll get into spoiler talk because I want to talk about... Do you have anything else to say?
No.
I mean, fuck it, whatever. It's history, whatever.
I don't think it's really spoilers. Not like...
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Especially because this movie is so not dependent on the story.
It's not a
and the
plot,
writing.
really. It's just...
There is no plot. There is no story. So if you don't like the music, which I don't, again, I can see why it's liked. There is some good things. That's just completely subjective.
I was never a part of the original craze for it.
Yeah, no, obviously not me either. But if you don't like the music, you're not gonna like this.
No, this isn't. I don't think it's for new fans, really. Honestly,
and it's not that I hate the music. Honestly, it just didn't do a good job doing what it was supposed to do in conveying the story. So yeah, if you don't like the music, then just
I think if I actually saw it on Broadway, I would feel a lot better about it than just seeing it at home.
Well, even in theaters, I feel like that would have had, like, if we saw that opening night, that would be like,
it's like energy. It's a whole, experience.
Yeah.
You just don't really get the same effect.
There's definitely something lost in this conversion. It could have been saved too. If it was in theaters, it would be packed.
Right.
I think something like this could work, but they just put it on, home because they want people to watch, I guess, multiple times. You can't watch this with the Disney Plus free trial. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's so sneaky.
Damn.
But they did it.
I didn't even know you can, like, block. I didn't know they even blocked things on free trials.
So
I didn't know that.
I guess, I mean, if it's your website, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Just code it. But, yeah, that was so sneaky.
Damn.
But, yeah, spoiler talk. The part where the son dies is so fucking rushed.
Yeah.
It's like, first off, I don't care about the son. The son was dormant for the last.
And it doesn't feel like it's important to him, really.
Yeah, it's the son wasn't there for a while, right, in the story, and it's done so quickly. Like, this whole setup and everything, like, it's just done like that. And then the son's dead. Who cares?
Yeah.
Why am I supposed to care about this character that I don't care about? Why am I supposed to care about this situation that I don't care about?
Especially when you don't feel like the characters care.
Yeah. Well, I felt like... Well, here's the thing. I felt like it was supposed to be, like, the significant part of the...
Yeah.
Because, like, they were really crying and they were really, like, sad and stuff. I felt like the characters did care. I just wasn't on the same level as them. I just... Like, they totally botched it. Like, I felt like it was supposed to be significant, but... And it's never really brought up again. I mean, it's alluded to at the end, but... It just feels like, oh, okay. That's a Monday, I guess. You know? There's a lot to talk about here, but again, it's hard to organize your thoughts.
There's just so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, like, it's probably like 2 hours too long, to be honest. Like,
it's a 2-hour and 40-minute thing.
Yeah, I know. It's long. Just, I guess, for the sake of it.
And it had an intermission. It had its own intermission.
It had a 1-minute intermission, which I guess...
I think it makes sense because in the actual, when you're there, you know, there's a break. There's a break and everybody knows and they're comfortable with it. But if you're sitting at home and there's just this weird break and then everything completely changes, that's jarring.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, I'm going to agree and I'm going to disagree with you there because I think that they could have made it, like, if they just faded to black for like 5-10 seconds, that would have done the job. But I'm not against the intermission because I think it's more there to emulate the feeling of being at a theater. So I don't have a huge problem with that. Again, it would have been nice if this was actually released in movie theaters and they could have added like an actual 15-minute intermission. I thought, 20 rounded up to 3 hours, because I think that would be kind of interesting. But
I was wondering if there was going to be an intermission before we started watching it.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's really long, so, like, maybe somebody will have to get up and pee.
Yeah.
And, like, if it's just, like, a fade to black thing, like, maybe people are not going to realize that is the break.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or could have just flashed up the words intermission and then, like, faded. You know, I think they do that with some movies, like older movies. Fade in the word intermission and fade out. But I really don't
I don't know. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I didn't like it at first, but I thought about it a bit more, so... Jesus, there were a lot of characters in this.
Yeah.
I probably just thought they were the same characters.
Oh.
besides the son, obviously.
Yeah, it took me a minute to realize it.
Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know. I thought it was cool that they reused the people. But I feel like Jonathan Groff should have gotten another character besides the king, because he has a really nice voice. He has one of the best voices in the cast, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. But he only got to do the one thing, and he's barely in it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that character is just completely disposable.
I do like that song, though.
Yeah. Everything about it is fine. It just fucking kills, like, the pace. It just, like, nukes the rest of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, why even go into a spoiler talk when they talked about the ending in the
they
first
tell
song?
You everything.
They don't tell you. You don't really hear about the plot, really. They just talk about how great Alexander Hamilton is.
That happens, though. That's, like, common, kind of.
Yeah. They even, telling about the ending?
Yeah.
Really?
Basically, Sweeney Todd, they do it at Sweeney Todd.
They do that in the movie? Sweeney Todd the movie?
No, but it's a play.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I think maybe they do it at Phantom of the Opera. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think that's kind of lame. I get...
I don't hate it.
I get if it was meant to, like, set up the story, but it was kind of just like a checklist of, like, characters and stuff. And it doesn't really have a plot. So I feel like if that wasn't in the play, then I wouldn't have cared. I guess it says, like, some things about characters, but, you just figure it out eventually.
I think for this one, though, it's, like, not a big deal because it's history. You know? So it's just like, this is what you know already.
Yeah.
Let's expand on it, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like here.
Yeah. Well, that makes the king double redundant then.
Yeah.
But whatever. So yeah, this takes place between when he gets to America and when he dies, and everything in between in very rapid succession. I think it was like a whole book this is based off of. There's a reason why when you convert a book into a movie, I'm guessing when they do it into a play too, but I'm not into plays, so whatever, that there's some concessions, because books can be much longer and have much more information in a much more compact,
Right.
Whereas movies, they have to be a certain amount of time, and they can't put as much info in it. So it feels like he just converted the whole book.
Right. There's definitely a lot of stuff that could have just been taken out, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff should have been
unnecessary. But
yeah,
I don't know. That's how long plays are supposed to be, so gotta stick with it.
Well, they could have made the play just as long and taken out the other stuff and made the important stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because that was my main problem, is that it feels very non-significant, the whole thing. And I just feel like nothing really fits in this movie. It's just like a mismatch of whatever they wanted that day. And it wasn't that good. It was not that good.
You were like relieved when it was over?
I was relieved when it was over because it kept going on.
Yeah.
Because it was so stop and go that it's tiring.
I think you felt this way about how I felt about the Social Network. It was like this. I hate this. I don't get it. It's too much. I'm tired.
At least the Social Network is like consistent. It's consistent, and that movie never stops. It's always going. Which I like fast-paced movies. And I like movies with like little gimmicks, like the whole thing is like, sung. That's cool. That's cool.
Right.
And I'm fine with, black people, Latino people, fucking whatever, Puerto Rican people portraying white people, like whatever, who the fuck is.
It's cool.
But
concept.
it's just all executed in the worst possible way. It's a bunch of good ideas with a bad execution. And I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see In the Heights. This guy definitely has good ideas, but maybe adapting isn't his thing.
I think he's definitely, a talented writer.
Yeah, he just
wasn't. This wasn't it.
Yeah, again, there's ideas here that I think for an original story would be more suited. But this, it constantly felt. Well, not constantly, but at times it kind of felt amateurish.
Yeah.
It felt like this guy was out of his element. And, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, you're gonna watch, let's be honest, if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it. If you're not gonna watch it, you're not gonna watch it. There's nothing we can say.
Yeah, it's whatever, I mean.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend you spend, 3 hours watching this.
I don't know, I mean, if you want to understand what the hype is, then watch it. But like,
I still don't understand.
Yeah, I know. But like, I mean, not understand, but like, be a part of that. Like, because like, I would never got into it, and like, I felt like I was kind of missing out. But like, I don't want to pay $1 bazillion to go see it. But it's I don't know. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Broadway community is just all hype culture. So, I mean, this not being amazing is, I guess.
Keep your expectations low if you're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Don't, think, like, it has been praised quite a bit, yes, and it's very popular, but keep your expectations low.
Yeah, come for the music and stay for the music, but don't come for the story. Don't come for the writing. I mean, the lines that they say are fine. Like, it's not like they're bad.
I don't think it was, like... I don't know. I don't think it was, like, bad.
It just didn't...
It just didn't all
work.
fit together very well.
Yeah.
But he's definitely not a bad writer.
Yeah, he's definitely not bad. It's just... This...
I've seen, like... I saw him in person once
Oh,
at
wow.
My Brother and Me show, and he wrote like a whole song, like a parody of "We Didn't Start the Fire" or something. And it was like all like bits, like Bim Bam bits. Nobody knows what I'm talking about, but this is for me. And it was like really good, and I thought it like, I know that he's a good writer.
Yeah, he was just completely out of his element here, and yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? It sucked.
Hopefully,
life goes on.
In the Heights is better.
Yeah, I think it will be. Especially, well, I feel like this whole thing would be better suited for a movie.
Yeah.
There are some things that he tried that he, like, on a technical level, that he tried and he just could not pull off and just could not make it look good. So I feel like, Disney's just cashing out. They should have made this into an actual movie.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would watch that.
Yeah, I think
take out some of the trash songs.
Yeah.
Actually make some parts where people are acting and, speaking, and story's comprehensive.
Yeah. Well, you could make, I guess, I don't know, if there was going to be a Hamilton movie, it would have to all be songs. Because that's its selling point. I think it could work, too. Just get somebody else to help this guy or something. And, make certain scenes significant. Like the Battle of Yorktown. It's just completely fucking nothing. It's nothing. It's one part of one song. That's the Battle of Yorktown.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
I don't think they would make this a movie, though, because at this point it is what it is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like if it's lucrative, I don't see why not.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe Disney's just trying to double dip. That's why they're releasing this, and they actually have a project made out for it.
When is In the Heights actually coming out?
Next summer.
That sucks. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, it's supposed
I really
to come out
wanted
this
to
summer.
see that. So mad.
I think it's switched with Hamilton. I think Hamilton was supposed to come out next summer.
Fuck that. What the heck? I really
Yeah.
want to see The Heights. That looked really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks good.
It looks like my thing. It looks like my kind of thing, Joey.
I wanted to see it too.
Okay, but tell me it doesn't look like my kind of thing.
It does look like your kind of thing. It looks stylish.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like something with a little bit of style.
And I like that guy.
Flourishy.
He's good.
He was fine, yeah. You're good. Fuck, I have the hiccups.
Oh.
I talk too much, I get the hiccups. But, yeah, don't, Yeah, do you have anything else to say, or do you want to get into your number rating?
I guess number, because do you have anything else?
Nah. You can go.
I'll give it a 5.
5?
Yeah. It's fine, It's not something I would willingly spend $1 bazillion on, knowing what it is. And I don't think it's worth... If you already have Disney Plus and you're gonna watch it, go ahead and watch it. I don't think it's worth getting the damn membership to watch it.
Yeah. I think maybe the whole thing with this play was that it was like a buyer's remorse cycle. Like somebody bought a ticket and it sucked, and they just didn't, then they told another person and they bought it, it sucked, But it's not that great. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I like history too. Like, I'm good at history and shit. But this is just so surface level. A surface level mess, really, is what it is. That's too long, and I don't think I could recommend it. If you have Disney Plus and you're really bored, I guess try it.
Yeah.
But don't go out of your way to watch it. Like, don't have a time slot. I guess I'll give it a 3.5. Because I was just so bored. Again, the music isn't for me. Even though it's fine, it's good. But again, I was fine with the music. It just, the story just didn't work. So, if you like the music, you like the music. If you don't, just don't watch it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are gonna hate us for this.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
Look, if it sucks, it sucks. That's not our fault. We didn't make it.
It's okay.
Sucky.
Maybe we'll make somebody feel better about not liking it too.
It's not our fault. You paid $500 to see a shitty Broadway musical. Whatever. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. What the fuck are we gonna review next? What's coming out?
Nothing. I don't even know.
Movies have been canceled.
What's coming out? Mulan's not coming out. Tenet.
No.
We're not gonna be able to. I don't know, babe.
No.
Don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Wait, what did you say was coming out?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I have no clue either. Whatever. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
Goodbye.
And goodbye.